You said you were 16? You were 16, and here are the working papers. And off I went to my uncle's factory. The cutter, incidentally, I don't know if you speak ready to wear. I will translate. The cutter had to lay out the ware, the fabric, which came out of big rolls at the head of a table. They were working in gabardine, which was reversible, and you would pull out a huge sheet of it, 15, 20, 30 sheets, cut with a huge messer, the cutting knife, and he would cut them into the pattern that they would sew. It was very important to separate the links from the rechts, the left side from the right side. Very important. And so I had to mark it with a pencil. Now imagine a stack of fabric, and you had to take two, mark, two, mark, two, mark. And if you made a mistake, you made a mistake through the entire stack. The workers never looked up. They were on piecework. You got so much for each sleeve you sewed, for each omelette, which I thought was an egg. It's an armlet, a waist. And they would be sewing like fury, and because I had marked it wrong, they had to tear it apart. And this was not a way to be popular. I thought about this for a while. And what I did was take a big yardstick. They made of very soft wood. At every 6 inches, I drove through a number 2 pencil. And when the cutter said links, I put the yardstick across, he would pull the fabric, and it was marked at 6-inch intervals. So when he cut them, they were pre-marked. I didn't have to make any mistakes. I did what any Jewish kid would do in my spare time, since I didn't have to mark. I read a comic book. My uncle came around the corner. There was the cutter, having finished his work. There was his nephew, sitting there reading the Captain Marvel, or whatever we read in those days. And he looked at me kind of strange. Hast gemacht? There is no Yiddish word gemacht. Hast gemacht? Yeah. Let me look. And he thumbed through it. I remember the way he did it. It was like a bank teller who could, back in the old days when they counted money by hand, and found that they were perfectly marked. Went to another, perfectly marked. Went to a third, perfectly marked. How did I do it? And for the first time, and it wasn't the last time, I got constant difficulty with this. I wanted to get my medal. And so I told him how I did it, and he fired me. It was a lesson. I had simplified a complicated job, and I learned, never do that again. Make the hard ones look easy and the easy ones look hard.